Yeah, I will. That's what I would do, is I would remove the lunch break. Why, thank you, Ang. You are far too kind. As always. Noah's almost done with that car. Noah's almost done with that car. Yeah, buddy. So I had a couple of ideas. I don't want to prevent people from watching the rest of the time on YouTube, but I have considered like stopping the stream at lunch and then picking it up after lunch, but I don't want the people who are, you know, can't watch to miss out on lunchtime, because lunch is fun. I like lunch. It's a good time. We have some fun discussions there sometimes. It's just a matter of the day. I think it'd be better if I came in with some predetermined topics for that day or something. I need to do, what I would like to do would be like call-ins, you know, like, yo. Wait, how did I edit that? You had to replace the radiator in that G6. G06, G6, I don't know. Something. Are you serious? Food time. You're not allowed to eat. When did you start thinking that was the case? You're the new guy. You don't get a lunch.
Once the radiator back together.
That was your personal goal?
Yeah, I just gotta put the front bumper on and headlights back there. So.
Yeah.
Easy stuff next.
That's pretty much how I roll with that kind of stuff. If I have like a task I'm trying to complete, I prefer to try and wait till the end, unless it's going to be like 5 more hours, then obviously.
I like to get to a stopping point, so I at least know.
Yep.
It's all bolted up on this part. So.
Yep. Oh, I got to change the overlay. Hold on. I should have put on my gloves before I did all that cleaning. Because I already got my gloves out, might as well wear them. Why, thank you, Jeremy. And any of you guys who are watching on Twitch, you can also catch this on YouTube. This thing just don't want to do a thing, does it? Here's the latest YouTube link for the stream I just restarted. So if you have been there today and you already hit liked once, can I get you to do it twice? Nope, second time you gotta pay me money. If you're not subbed to the YouTube, then please do, because I also put out videos and stuff there. If you're enjoying this kind of content, it's more of the stuff, more of the same, more of the same. Just more concise or condensed. Well, this is a different drain plug that doesn't belong in this car because it's not a 19. I wonder what they did with it. apply some light to this thing. Don't you flicker on me. I figure you guys might as well at least like to watch this part, if you will. There's that. I can scoot this that way now that we know where it's draining. Whoa, into. And we can get that. You guys like it when I do this part? Like, if I can do some stuff one-handed, I'll try it and let you see what I'm doing. That wasn't on there super tight. That's cool. I presume this is better than just sitting back there watching me do it. When I am able to. It'll at least make an oil change more interesting. Pick you up in a second to continue. We'll let all that stuff drain for a few minutes so we don't have to deal with a bunch of oil on us. Thank you guys for the likes, I appreciate them. Cool part is we have 2 different goals, which is fun. I like 2 different goals. Well, one, we could get more subscribers into Twitch, but that's, you know, we do what we can. I would personally, if you did want to just worry about giving the channel or getting the most money to my pocket because you support the channel, then if you have to subscribe somewhere, memberships on YouTube. I make more money that way. Well, I done ruined that. Nuts. Hard to do one-handed. All right, so what do we check? 1, no O-ring up there. Nice and clear. Got a little oil on here. Just wipe it around. Use new oil, Good enough. Now we can go ahead up here and wipe this off, make sure it's clear, which it looks that way. Make sure that nut's snug, yep, that's good. Filter's a little bigger. Filter is a little bigger. There it goes. I was saying it doesn't spin on right. There. Clean up the mess I made. Housekeeping. It usually gets trapped up here in that corner, which is what I'm trying to get out. There we go. Cool. Hold on, this part I need 2 hands for. Exactly. Use no oil. You know what I will use though is a new drain plug gasket. Always make sure to change your drain plug gaskets. I mean, it really depends on what your car needs, and depends on what you do. Are you good and astute at changing your oil, and does your car only require conventional? Well, then conventional will be fine. For instance, my Toyota Sienna. It runs just 530 regular, no synthetic, nothing like that. I don't put synthetic in it. I just run 530 regular. I just change it religiously at 3,000 miles or earlier. I probably go about 2,000 miles. But it's cheap, you know, cheap oil, stuff like that. So, new gasket. Get in there. This side of band. Click. Perfectly torqued. A little muddy, that's okay. Cool. Cool. So, oops. I see a drop we need to take care of. Good. And then just because I want to, there, cleaner. Yeah, cord's getting tangled. Belt's kind of worn out. It's not terrible. I wouldn't necessarily recommend changing it, but the grooves are pretty deep. I'd probably recommend changing it. Under tray things are on pretty good. Our axle boots, I gotta do something about this freaking cord. Axle boots are good. I test drove it before I brought it in, so we could make sure there wasn't any like wheel bearings or anything stupid. That's good. Ball joints look good. Tie rod. Why has this got the grease? Oh, there we are. We got a little bit of a leaking boot, do we? It's hard to tell. Is there any cracks in it? Yes. Yeah, it's leaking out of the boot there some. Not huge. You can wait till it to start clicking. This one's not though. The telltale sign for cords getting caught on everything is this kind of crap. You see like this splatter there. You'll see it on the back of the rotor or the back of the caliper. You see it right there and right up there. Versus on this side, see it's nice and clean, and that's clean. So, otherwise, everything else looks nice. I don't see any leaks. I see the radiator's getting a little rusty, so they might want to, I wouldn't replace it, but they're maybe consider replacing it. Me too. Well, I'm going to state a thing that I think might irritate people. It's sort of like the doctor that hates his patients. I don't care about the car. Like, oh, I love this car. I'm not going to be biased towards one car or another, or one manufacturer or another. I'm going to be like, it's terrible. This is what's wrong. This is what you need to do to fix it. Not, well, oh, well, you know, my Toyotas, they never have any problems. Yeah, they have their issues. They're just less or more the same or whatever. I just want an objective, tell me what's wrong, or what you think is wrong, or why you come to this conclusion. I don't care whether you like the car or you think it's the greatest thing known to man. Just, it's either broke or it's not. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? My wife respond? Not yet. So if you do like the content here, highly consider subscribing to my YouTube. And if you really want to get crazy, you can go over to my TikTok, which has a few things. It's all automotive related. Which videos are doing well? Just looking at some of my videos that are doing well over the course of time right now. Really? How so, Great Pyre? You want a mechanic that hates cars since they'll fix it the first time so they never have to see it again. The one who loves cars will leave you with issues. I want to know the mentality behind that, or like explain that mentality, because I'm curious. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I want a little bit more insight into it. That's a better way of putting it. Also, Noah, you watching the World Series yesterday? Totally awesome seventh inning stretch singer. They did, I forgot what they did. It wasn't the seventh inning stretch. It was like a America the Beautiful kind of thing. And it was a opera singer, and it was good. He did it. I liked it. Brought a tear to my eye. He was very good. 10 of 10 would recommend again. Oh, sorry. This is totally the wrong car that is on there. This is what's on there. And we are just doing a lure change. Mostly I stole it from Noah. It was technically on his schedule, but he's doing that G6, so I'll do this. Tires are brand damn new. Hello, Mr. Armstrong. Seven 30 seconds. 7. I'm sure these are all going to be 7s or. Yep, 7. And 7. Oh, I said on the. Yep. What in the world? Oh, just dirt, debris. All right, parking brakes on because it's a Manuel car. Can't you thumbs down what? Dave. You gotta go over to the YouTube, Dave. Speaking of which, have we still been getting those generic thumbs down? Or dislikes on the YouTubes? Did not solve the mileage per gallon mystery. Our best guess for the mileage per gallon mystery is the fact that the guy is reading it off of his dash. And he's reading the short-term mileage per gallons. I don't know. Like, are you trying to tell me that your overall mile per gallons was like 50 plus and you've gone down to 25? All right, so that's tight, filter's tight. We already checked for leaks, checked for that stuff under here. Let's go through our little list of inspection points. Those look good. Let's look at the brakes real quick. Fat inner pads. Yep, nice fat inner pads. And I bet you fat outer pads too. Oh yeah, nice fat outer pads. Yep, brakes look pretty new. Or very fat. The rears are the same. They're also very fat and new looking. So I think somebody's been on top of this maintenance, which is good. New tires, new brakes. Exhaust is the touch rusty, but nothing that I'd be like worried about. It's not gonna like rust through or anything. All right, let's lower it down and check the tire pressures. Because I think the TPMS light was on, but it's also gotten colder lately. And most people don't have an air compressor at home, so. $29, really. 195, 65 R15s. My favorite kind of tires. Easy. Ooh, what did that wife of mine say? Thank you, DJ Tom. You are too cool. Too good. Touch low. I'll probably put them at like 32 because it's going to get even colder later. So over pressurize them by just a touch to help deal with when the temp drops. Because it's going to drop tomorrow. So best prepared. Compensate for shrinkage. Exactly. Dave's being that wealthy 1%, not sharing anything. Somebody hadn't been staying on top of their tire pressures. They're all like 20. I'll get better gas mileage now. We found the gas mileage for this car. It was in the tires. I wonder if our other car, I did check all the tires, didn't I, on the other one? Pretty sure I did. I remember checking one of them for sure. And I think I went and checked all of them because why not? What was the first part of that, Havoc? Is resealing a rack and pinion difficult? I don't know. Never done it before. The question is what happened to the seals that were there, and are they easily replaceable? But even then, I'm sure at the end you'd probably still need to get an alignment because you're going to have to probably take off the outer tie rod end to be able to do that. That's full, that's full, that's full. I'm sleepy. I believe it's paying the air up. Those tires are the pancake compressor. Brake fluid looks good. Now we shall acquire the amount of fluid it needs to go into the engine. the wiper blades look? They seem like they're wiping okay. We'll give them a shot in a minute, because I need to find out about the fluid. It takes 3.9 quarts, that's it. Full synthetic 502, 3.9 quarts. Cool, let me go fill up my jug. My rugga jugga jug. But yeah, this is about as basic a car as you get. It's a manual with a 2-liter naturally aspirated simple old motor. Nothing spatial or hard. And it will only involve one trip. You can throw the vacuum filler on that coolant system to make sure it's sealed before you fill it up with coolant. So quiet. Shh, don't say anything. So quiet you could hear a mouse fart. And then you can shame him. Well, I mean, I got a 20-gallon air compressor, 50-gallon air compressor. I don't know. It's on 2 wheels and you roll it around. It's about the size of my drain bucket. I got those from a sponsor because I got 5 of them at one time. It was pretty badass. Back in the day when they were sponsoring the stream. Sent me all sorts of neat stuff. And that is the oil change portion of this. We'll reset the service light. We'll check the rest of the little odds and ends real quick. And yeah, then what I'm gonna need your help with is I need to make 2 TikTok videos and a YouTube short. We're gonna have to figure out some things to do. If you haven't followed the stream channel, if you hadn't followed the stream yet, then please do follow it. I'm trying to get up to 50,000. Think we'll make it there one day? Oh, it's a manual. It's a Manuel. Yeah, there's a quarter in the seat. Look at me, I'm rich. Do, 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 do. Ooh. That was a dangerous game. Alright. He needs to change his ignition switch before it gets stuck. That thing is getting a little tight. It is a good day for growing my Twitch and YouTube brand. I assume you're subbed to the YouTube, Your Environment Seattle, aren't you? I don't get what the hell happened there. That one's 4 hours, and it already seems to have processed. Oops. Naturally. Of course. And that one is 3 hours, so that's better. And so we can just leave the old VOD there. I'll turn it to private so that way we know it was intentional. Naturally. Checking the oil level now that we started it. Got everything filled up. Then we'll take the top off of that air filter, give that a look, see how bad or good it looks. Oil is perfect. Looks like it's 3 bolts. 3 bolts to pull that off. Just give it a look over. And it's 3 screws. That seems broke. 4. Ah, not bad at all. Looks quite nice. Just get that trash out of there. Nope, looks good. Man's keeping up with his maintenance. Can't complain, man. Tell you what, a rare unicorn. Either that or just bought it? I don't know. Let's check the power steering real quick. That could use a little bit more. Let's go find some of that. It's not empty. It's just low. Question is there a leak? I guess we'll go look for a power steering leak a little more carefully. It might have also been just nobody's filled it since its inception. Engine, air conditioning, engine, brake, clutch, AC, trans. Doesn't tell me what kind goes in there. It should be CHF 11S. course, it never says it. I do not like how dirty you are, Sam. I am. The rest of this car is so well taken care of. You must give it the tidiness it deserves. There. That's better. At least you won't turn into a grease stain by the time you touch it. I may have tightened it up too much on myself. All right, let me find the CHF-11S. Shake that lady up. That sounds bad. It's the caliper seized and it's making your rotor glow. That sounds like a not such good time. Where did I put that extra power steering fluid? You having fun with that Fiat?
Yeah, because it doesn't work the way I thought it would.
Oh,
Doesn't use vacuum.
what does it use? Electrical signal?
Pressure.
Oh, you got to put pressure into it.
Pressure on that port. It actually comes off the bottom of the turbo. There's a hose going to a solenoid, and the solenoid puts pressure.
Does it work when you put pressure on it?
It does. So now, think about this for 1 second with me. All right, this is the hose that's supposed to go here. It goes to the top of the solenoid right there.
Yep.
And this hose is on a T with this hose. Okay?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
top of the solenoid. Now, this little hose on the bottom of the turbo goes to the bottom of that solenoid. That's where it's getting its boost from.
That's the supply. Yeah.
That's the supply. Okay. So, right now, I've got regulated pressure going in here, and we're hearing it because it's going in that T and coming to here. So if I close that T off,
should watch your vacuum gauge and pressures rise.
right. But now, when I command the solenoid, this is the solenoid command, 100%, that solenoid ought to open and that pressure ought to drop. And it's not.
Yeah.
So my question now, though, is I need to find out, is the solenoid getting the signal from the PCM?
Well, I mean, it's going to here. Is it just go straight through to here and it's only supposed to apply it to here sometimes? Is this the vent of that solenoid? Why? Because you got the supply down there, and what do you tag? Where did you tag into the supply? Because right now you're going backwards.
I'm not tagging in the supply at all.
Okay, I see. You're going in through the part that goes there. You're adding pressure to
I'm
here,
going backwards.
and it's going to tee into here.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
backwards.
okay.
The only reason I'm closing this off is to get it to, because like I said, I want to have the solenoid open and the pressure drop, because the pressure ought to go
I wonder if it has a
back.
problem opening backwards with pressure on the wrong side. If you take off the pressure, does it click?
No, I never hear it. Oh, and here, let me show you here.
Yeah.
But then and if you bump the pressure up, it says about a 15 pounds is its max.
Yeah. I mean, that means the wastegate's working.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like it's opening the wastegate.
Well, no, it's closing it. The wastegate is,
You're right.
according to
According to the manual, that closes the wastegate when it applies pressure?
the, yes,
So it's always open otherwise?
yes. But yes, to answer your question, when I apply here, I don't hear
Yeah, we don't hear any clicking or anything.
question is it getting the signal or not?
Now you got to take off this boot and access that solenoid, and
Access that solenoid, yeah.
that sounds like fun.
That's the way I'm going about it right now, because like I said, I did not know that some of it used pressure instead of vacuum.
Yeah, that's interesting.
David found it on a video.
All those with the orange tops right there are all deck school buttons. But make sure if it's
Hold on.
concentrate or 50-50.
Don't poop here.
What?
Missy, shut up front.
I doubt it.
No, it doesn't.
I think you're lying.
Tracy comes and drops a bomb on us.
Yeah.
So, Dave's like, oh my God, it stinks up front. So I was like, let's look at the instant replay. So we go in there, and the only thing I saw to start with was Missy walking in there. She's wearing her jeans, but I still a bit rid of her.
From there, no.
Okay. Because I got to call somebody and give them a credit card.
Oh no, it won't pick you up from there. All right, power steering topped up. They pretend they don't know. That's what's going on with that. So that's topped up, that's topped up. I mean, everything else is fine. We checked the filter. Everything else is full. What about the wash fluid? Actually, it looks full. So make sure you go over there and give it a like. Yep. She's one happy car again. His Texas cowboy accent. Thank you, Bad Virus. I was just kind of generally putting it out there, but thank you. Awesome. So there's that. We already checked the oil after we started it. We checked all the fluids. They're good. All the fluids that we can check. We can't check the, well, there's no transmission fluid. It's gear oil in this manual transmission. And pretty much I'd probably just put a belt on it. I just put a dry belt on it just because it was looking kind of old, but it's not making noise, it's not squeaking, it's not sliding from what I can tell. Nothing, there's not having any issues. Just, looks a little old. But it falls under the, if you want to do it, you don't have to. Yes, I'm allowed to change my plans as I see fit. We just don't discuss anything that is politics during the week. That's all. Except it'll be easier to stick with because I'm on YouTube. And so I can't be breaking my own rule. Because you know I want to. I want to stop and holler about something stupid going on and yell about it for a little while and then go back to things, but if I force myself to stay off of it by being on both places, then it works well. Oh yeah, that is, I will mention that. If you're in Virginia, in New York, just make sure you go vote. That's it. That is all. Not gonna say for whom. You guys can argue about that all you want, I don't care. But make sure to do your civic duty. Duty. He said duty. Damn it. Put the cable in the wrong spot. Where is the cable? Where's my scanner cable? Oh, I put it right there. What a dunce. Put it with all the hoses and stuff so it blends in. I don't know, you think the turnout's going to be any good at the polls for this particular elections for Virginia? Also, I'm kind of confused, and this is not arguing politics or anything like that, but like, why are they having an election for Virginia? I haven't been paying attention. Why are they having an election for Virginia right now? Is there some sort of existential thing, or is it just it's time for their governor election because they're weird from everybody else? That's just normal time? Okay. Then never mind. It just seems like it's an odd year instead of a even year. That's all. What is the governor's amount of time you have in that state? I thought they're all, I guess it varies state to state, doesn't it? Was there anything else I wanted to check with the scanner? No, I checked the check engine light. There's nothing there. I didn't expect to find anything there. We just did the SRI reset, and that's it. I just got to put a sticker in it. Although I will highly recommend that he change his lock 78386. 78386. Yeah, that's right. All right, add one more concern of may require attention soon. Ignition lock cylinder housing. It's getting quite, or it seems difficult to turn from off to on and vice versa. This is possibly a sign of it failing soon. Maybe get to it before it gets stuck. Balloon. VA in New Jersey? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, if there's an election going on where you're electing people, then you should go out and do your election-y stuff. That's the short answer. Have they already started, like, going on with the Hubble bubble? Oh, cool! It turns green when it's charged. Nice. I like this light. The boss man just got this light off Amazon. It's like 20 or 30 bucks for a 2-pack or something. It's pretty frickin' bright. It's hard to tell because it's also bright out here today, but it's got that, a slightly lower setting, which it strobes for you, but for me it's just a lower intensity. And then you have the side light. High, low, high, and then low and off. And you can even turn it on, and you can turn on the wave feature, which So like you can just, if I don't want to touch myself, I can just turn it on and turn it off. I don't know, can't complain. Looks kind of weird. And also don't wear headbands a lot. Anyway, I think it'd be great for when I have to take out the fam and go set up campsites and stuff for using this. This would be infinitely better, and I think the kids, my kids would love it because then they don't have to carry around a flashlight and their headlamp is like super duper bright. So that's what I'm really excited about. Yep, that looks like it. Except this one doesn't say cost. That one also looks a little bit more, I mean, it's like the same bloody thing, just different. So I'm going to message the wife and tell her to purchase these. It's getting that time of year when I'm running out of money. It is a nice car. Oh, sticker. That's what I was going to write. 78386. Do. Get our calculator because not calendar, you dunce. 78386 plus 7500. I just don't feel like doing that in my head. Because with my luck, I'll write 5,000 miles. 85886. This car's in really good shape, though. I like it. What word did you say to me? Oh, you weren't talking to me. Oh, well, I'm about not to. Missy was so mean to me earlier. She had, we have a Ford C-Max? Is it a Ford C-Max? Anyway, a C-Max up front, and she's like, and there's something hanging down. It looks like the under tray. She's like, I'd give it to you, but if I gave it to you, then the under tray would just be gone. Mean lady. Here, watch Noah while I pull this up front real quick. We're going on a trip. I gotta load up the phone.
I'm coming back here, John. I'll work hard on the back.
Okay. Oh, it's right in here. You know how to use it? It's pretty simple. It either sucks or it doesn't suck. This is the valve for the sucky tube that you put in the coolant, so you can turn that off, and then this shuts off the air. So you plug in air, turn it on, it'll suck down, basically until it starts getting slow, and you shut it off, and hit that button and turn it on, it sucks in. Easy enough. Basically gonna take us on a road trip to go pick up a car, because it's an Envoy or something that won't start.
See.
Si, senor. Let me get my phone started and we'll get off to it.
Can you see people's comments on your little thing?
I can, if they're
You
on
can
Twitch.
talk to them? Oh.
Yeah,
Are you back on Twitch again?
but both. That's
Oh.
both chats.
Oh. That's cool that you can do that.
Yeah, thanks to that nice little plug-in called multi-output.
Look at you.
Solving problems every day. Oh, that's where I want to go. I want to go here and here and here and there. Far inland, or else it might lose signal because our building sucks for a signal. Hold on, let me hit the restroom real fast. Because I. Okay. Can't get in, she won't let me in.
How's that for perfect time?
Perfect timing. Hoi!
Ready to go vroom vroom?
Vroom vroom. This is your favorite car?
Yep.
Why is that?
Camry intro.
I thought you didn't like the Volkswagens. This is 2.5. This isn't even a V6 or a turbo. YouTube nail me. Said YouTube will nail you if you have music in the background. Silly. It's ridiculous. it this little daycare up here?
Yeah.
One that's in front of the charter school or whatever school that is?
Or no, it's not quite. It's brand new.
Oh. Oh. Could have walked here.
We're not gonna do that.
Kitchen available for lease? Guess if you're gonna run a bakery? They leave a key in there or something? I guess they can't get the key out, right?
Just the key will come out.
You're like, somebody stealing my car. Alright, let's see what we can get here. What is that squealing?
I don't know, it's been like that.
Oh. I'll drive away, my phone's on the top. It's charged. It's still on my phone. You shut the hood and off we go. Yep. All right. You're good. Yeah. There. GMC Envoy. Battery so dead. Awesome. So now that we're back with that, it's kind of, I find it kind of odd that the battery was so dead, but now it is not. It is no longer quite so dead. So we had to jump. Change the tightly overlay stuff. Well, they don't have it in the computer yet. So we'll just name this Mario Sticker. 4.2 liter, 2005. Awesome. Thoughts? Let's get your guesses in now. What is it gonna be? What's it gonna be, man? Hey, what? Yep. What do you mean, all these different codes? Probably. I'm sure it probably does. Like, what year is it?
13.
Probably needs a BIM code to be programmed into it.
Tell me that's what this is. Maybe just call it the battery quote, but it gives me like every housing with the battery.
Yeah. We're gonna have to figure out what size is actually in it.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
So you just PR code JOL, JOR, JOZ, J1L, J1N.
I don't even know what those are off the top of my head. So yeah, she's gonna have to bring it by and we'll have to move her seat out of the way to see what's there. It's like an hour and a half to get that battery in and out because you got to move the seat. And also for my poor broken back, having to lift that thing. Yo. Preferably. That's what that is on the top of my toolbox right there. So what you can do is just pour that the rest of the way full with the coolant. Now that's our last jug though, that's the only problem. Gotta make sure that they get us some more. Go up there and fuss at them. Now you guys decide to get quiet, eh? 11.95 volts. The battery cables aren't loose. So what is the dealio? Why did that battery die so hard? Like it's 11.94 volts. It was 9.5 just a minute ago, so we're gonna do an amp test. Let's go with, where is the fuse box for this car? Is it right here? Is this all it is? Or is there another one inside the car somewhere? That is... I see end fuse. Fuse, relay, center. I don't know if that's supposed to come off though. It's got like bolts holding down this little plastic cover. Man, I don't know no GMs. Oh, cool, that comes off, sweet. Ah, we even have a diagram. Even better. How amazing is that? So there's a couple ways we can do this. Think it's the shift interlock solenoid? I think the battery was dead as a doornail. Was my first guess. Because right now it is currently at 11.93 volts. It's dying slowly. Whether the battery is no good or not might be a problem. I want to check the trunk, but I don't want to check the trunk because I want to make sure that I get the car in a situation that it is most used to being in. So if I do find the problem, I can find the problem. All right, this door thinks it's shut, so that way we can open it and get around. Let's do the same for the passenger side just because. I don't know which side of the front there might be any more fuses that I will need to access. There we go. This door thinks it's shut as well. Take our jump box back out. Close it off, and then watch it and make sure it doesn't leak down for starters. Because if it leaks down, then you still have a leak. But if it doesn't, then you should be good. Well, then fill her up, sunshine. I'm gonna need an 8mm. Because we are going to have to shunt into this thing. For starters, anything warm. Doesn't feel that way. So let's disconnect the battery and add our amp. Move this to here, 10 amps. I don't know if this is going to be really a good test at this point because we also have a problem with the fact that how am I going to grab onto this piece of crap? There we go. We also have the problem of this battery sucks. All right, we got 3 amps. So for starters, I'm gonna put a key. Let's go ahead and lock the car. Should have done this before I did this. There it goes. Over metered it just a second. All right, car. Oop. I don't know if this has a hood latch sensor. Doesn't seem to. I don't see any wires going to it. I don't think we have to latch the hood. So now we give it about 10 minutes. We're at 1 amp, half an amp. We're at half an amp now, so the car's shutting the systems down. Fred, you're gonna have to link an article to that one. Also, I don't understand that whole thing at all. I didn't see what happened there with somebody in bowel movements. A high power figure, if you will. How do we know? I guess is my question. Did he stand up with brown stain or something? Having a battery issue with the wifey's 2018 Armada. The battery nor the alternator test is bad. At random times it will not start, and when it does, it sometimes is a weak start. I have read that the brake sensors in them go out and prevent them from starting. However, it doesn't make sense to me when it has a weak start unless the brake sensor can cause that. Make sure your brake lights are turning off. One big thing, when you shut off the car and take the key out, Jeremy, make sure that the brake lights are off, because the brake light switch is activated. It could kill the battery. Let's see what our amperage is down to now. 0.39. So there's definitely a parasitic drain, at least thus far. It's probably been what, 4 or 5 minutes. Might need to give it a full 10 minutes just to make sure it does drop. But what are some likely suspects? What are some likely suspects? For starters, let's walk behind it and make sure the brake lights are off after I just went over that whole spiel about checking for brake lights. Nope, brake lights are not on. I'm trying to pick some easy things. I'm gonna shut this door so I can see a little better inside the car. Make sure I don't see any lights on, like any interior lights or anything. Per se, like a trunk light, you know. Don't see anything. All the lights look off. So we ruled out the easiest stuff. No, it does not have an aftermarket stereo, I do not believe. Nope, stock stereo. Which still could be bad. But it's a good guess. It's a good, sorry. It's a good idea, the God Turtle. Good thing to check. Oh, cool. You work at a dealership? Nice. If you would like to, join our Discord. One day I'll collect up all the mechanics and we'll do some crazy shit. All right. I don't see any headlights on or fog lights on, so we're just gonna gloss over the headlights. Let's see. Let's go with like a body control module. We know the fan's not on. What is ECAS? Oh, cool. Blacksmithing as a hobby sounds like fun. I would also like to do that. So number 1 is the ECAS fuse, which doesn't seem to be there. I lied, it's right there. Let's try that. Nope. Number 2. Headlamp right. Low headlamp. Let's see trick trailer. So let's go with number 4. If it's got trailer hookups, they might have something gone bad on them or something like that. And nope. See if we can get you a better look here. So you can see the, there you go, you can see the amperage here. I'm just going to go through a quick how I do parasitic drain tests. I do the fuse pulling method, is one of my favorites. We already checked these two. I'm just kind of going down them, just seeing if anything happens. The trick though is if you pull out a fuse that is a body control module, things like that, it could wake up the system. So you got to be mindful of that. Also, this battery's kind of crappy, so I don't know if that's going to play a part. Hmm. 11. Nope. Oh, God. Go away. Where was I? So number 7, I think we already did that one. 19 is Elkberg. I don't know what that is, but it doesn't make a difference. This is a method you can easily do at home. What I've done here is I got the amp, it's set to amps, and then I got it shunted on the negative side of the cable. So I got this touching the battery and the red wire touching the cable. Because all you're doing is just putting this meter in series of the circuit. And so now we're just pulling some fuses, seeing what happens. Hopefully we'll see one of them drop out. We might have to start pulling relays too. But I'll start with the fuses. And just put them right back where you found them too. Oh, something changed. Oh, we woke something up. What was that one? That was this 1, 2, 27, back up. And so if I pull that one again, it should do the same thing, shouldn't it? Maybe not that one. Was it this other 15, which is 28? Oh, it's the PCM. Makes sense. When you pull the PCM relay, you're gonna piss some stuff off. Guess not. 29. O2 sensor. Is it the O2 sensor heating circuit? Which one did I mess with that did stuff? Either that or it was just really good timing. That's the only bane about that one. Just gonna move through this a little faster. Standing on pins and needles waiting for something to happen, aren't we? All right, so that whole side of the fuse box is all right, apparently. Because what we're trying to do right now is this isn't going to solve our problem or anything. This is just going to get us in the ballpark. This is going to, you know, help us understand at least what circuit's sucking down the power. Because we got 1/3 of an amp of drain here. And it should be 0.05, not... Oh. I pulled 31, which was TBC1. I don't know what that is. But it didn't seem to have an effect when I pulled it out. Oh, it does. Whatever that is, I don't know what TBC1 means, but maybe trailer brake. I'll have to let that settle out. What about 14, which is your coils fuse? Nope. Nope. About to run out of fuses under here. ahead a tiny bit. I think I've run out of fuses. So then, we'll have to move on to relays. What is this? That's 37. This is 38, which is the rear washer. Well, there it goes. Oh, me. Got it back. Hooray! That didn't have an effect. What about 39, which is rear fog lamps? Nope. 40? Nope. 40 is horn. What is 47? That's the starter relay. Nope. What about 46? 46, 46, 46, 46. Where's, oh, solid state relays. This is a HDM, which I'm not sure what that stands for. Nope. Come on. Out you go. 45 would be the fan. I'm not even gonna try to pull that out. I don't hear the fan going. It could be shorted. Of course, if I say, well, we won't pull that one out because I don't hear the, God! Ah! Where'd it go? At least it hit the ground. Didn't have an effect. 41. Nope. 15. 42 is windshield washers. Nope. 43. Headlamp high. Nope. 44. Air conditioning. Probably your AC clutch. Nope. And then 49 is EA. Shut up. Is nothing there either. Yeah. Awesome. So fuse 35, which is these J's fuses, is your blower. Oh Lord, these things are in there tight. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get those to move. Thusly, nothing we have done has made an effect. I'm too afraid to try and pull those out, because I know that these boxes do have some issues with shorting internally and things like that. Well, last one's 47 is the oh, it was the starter. I think I already pulled that one. Yeah, I did. I think I've touched everything here except for those and those, and they don't really want to come out. This is 32. Trailer 33 is our ABS. What's up? Nope. Thirty-six is ignition B. So if you don't know what they mean, that's fine. You just gotta be able to look it up. These These back ones hurt my fingers. I wish there was something I could use to grab them with that wasn't so destructive. Maybe we can use this and put it on its open setting. So that way it just grabs the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Yeah. Oh, that did a thing. But it didn't help enough. Nope. And this last one. If not, we're gonna have to look for another fuse box somewhere. Nope. Awesome. None of that. Cool. Well, that was everything in that box. And we had a couple things have like a tiny effect, but nothing significant. So, let's just cover that back up. You all right there, bud?
Damn bumper.
Need an extra hand?
I might. It's just these plastic pieces.
Where do they go?
Like this, and then they just hang.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Well then here, I shall hold up the bumper.
And then it like has clips that want to go on the inside too.
The car does not make Zenoa happy.
No. Pontiac G6 sucks.
I was like, quick, get something in it before it falls again. It's all right. I'm just leaning against it, holding it up. I'm in no rush.
That one should be there. We started to hold it up. So close, yet so far. Oh God.
You're starting to sound like Eric. So you're starting to sound like Eric. You want to put a couple
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
of those bolts or just clips?
Just clips.
Ta-da! Damn car. All right, let's go see what other fuses. And I think there's another fuse panel down here on these GMs. Maybe not. Could be wrong. I don't know. I don't work on many GMs. I don't think there's a fuse box back here. Let me look though. If it is well hidden. I'm gonna make an executive decision. Did that drop our voltage? Let's start unplugging seats. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Uh-oh. 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 What do we got under here? There's a broken when delivered part under the seat. I don't know what it is though. It's in a box. I just gotta push it out. Could this be a clue? Are we going to be a detective today? Come here, you stupid part. Oh, it sounds like a bunch of clips. Nope, this is... What is this? Looks like it's still new. It's like a throttle cable. Like a throttle pigtail setup. Should say it on the box. Pigtail, socket 1. Could it be a headlight? Any more fuses under here? Don't see any more. What is this connector? It is very big. How'd that do? Did that do anything? There it is. Found it. Oh, tried to shut the door. Driver's seat module. Let's prove it. Plug it back in, see what it does. Plugged in. Uh-oh. I just blow my meter fuse. I might have. Nuts. I think it just amped up. Yeah, I just popped my meter fuse. Awesome. I get to take that apart and swap those again. All right, so I guess if you want to say this is a bit of a long form, searching for a drain. But when I unplugged the driver's seat just under thing, the drain went away. So, also when I plugged it back in, I popped my fuse. It's got a little 10 amp fuse in there. So now I'm gonna take it apart and put another fuse in there. So Freight, if you would be so kind as to leave me a link to a video or whatever that's talking about what transpired that led to the Twitter. Apparently, there's a fuse under here. Nope, not easily accessed. This is the joyous part about being a mechanic. Getting to fix your own crap all the time. There's that tiny little fuse. Those are way too big. I have a box of fuses somewhere because I keep blowing these. Don't worry, I make the shop buy them. I don't buy them. There we go. We just get some cheapo Chinese fuses. Yep, blew that thing clean in half. And that's all I had to do. It'd be nice if they made them easily accessible. That sure would make me happy. I concur, Rob. See, when my wife goes to the doctor, they do blood panels and stuff, and so she's got honestly a couple of possible genetic issues, if you will, but her vitamin levels and all that stuff are good. Her white blood cell count, etc., is good. It's just there's a couple odd things that need to be worked on, and we don't know if we'll be able to fix them or whatnot, but it shouldn't really, hopefully, affect her life that much. That's what we're hoping for, at least. It's what we're hoping for. Eh. There, let's try this again. Common amps. Of course, we're not going to get any amps if we don't have anything to hook to. Let's try that again. Hopefully I didn't blow up my meter. That's the real question. Nope, it's reading. All right, so we just hooked up the battery again. We'll give it a minute to fix yourself. It's fun to tell how serious Dave is on the average day. So we're gonna let that settle out for a second. Oh man, one more sub on YouTube. And we're at 5750. And I believe I can say with relative certainty that we have found our drain. 0.05, 0.06 amps. The battery will not die at that point. So, yay. Driver's seat something. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I can show you what I disconnected. And And this is I think this is a work van or a work truck. I think the customer uses it just to go to, or they use it for the job company that it works for. So if they have the seat where they want it, then they might just leave it, you know, like whatever, just leave it unplugged, call it a day. We would like it back. And I am perfectly down for that. Like I found what was drawing down all your voltages and your amperages. And they were correct. They stated that they believe it's a voltage problem, or it's like got a drain in it. So, move this hose out the way. So what we found is this. So one thing that I mentioned when I said make sure the doors think that they're shut, I do this. You make sure to latch the doors closed, so that way when you pull the handle, you might need to help it. Or it might be locked. It is locked. Cool. Doesn't spring back like it should. Whatever. Good enough. Anyway, this connector right there, that big old gaggle connector, I think it's the seat motor specifically, if you ask me, because I see that this wire has many wires going to it, but this wire only has a few wires coming out of it. And I bet you if we went looking, we probably find that those two wires, we could even test this. We could plug this in, and then we could unplug this part. How do you get that off? Oh. I can't do this with one hand. I need two hands under here. Hold your horsies. Hold your horsies. I need to reach under there and unplug that motor. I need something that can poke. Come on out, you jerk. I need a better poking tool besides a pair of pliers. But this motor, yeah, the seat's all electric. Damn it, Bobby. There we go. Ah, finally. Now the question is, do I see any other connectors under here that are like, I'm looking for anything that might be shorted or cut, like a seat cable or something. There's other motors under here. There's in fact 1, 2, 3 motors under here. So it could be any one of those. But I figured I'd pick the easiest because why not? So I unplugged that front seat motor. And now we can I gotta shut this. Put that on there. I can't do that. Oh well. Please don't blow my fuse again. I just don't want to have to deal with that. Oh, it's good if I put it in the right plug. Did I already blow my fuse again? Sure seems that way. Well, son of a biscuit, monkey. I'll fix it later. Anyway, we know where it's roughly coming from. And it is what? It's only 3:30? Feels like it was, I was like, man, I'm gonna look at the clock and it's gonna say 5 o'clock and we're getting ready to go, young son. Yep, it's 3:30 right now. Let me go up front and let them know what I figured out thus far and see if they want me to go any further or just like, good enough, call it a day. And then we'll charge the battery through the afternoon. Awesome. So I'm going to look for our little battery charger and go ahead and throw that thing on there so we can tender it up. Where is it? You ever seen our little black battery charger? The float charger, if anything? The little one. It's not the programming charger, just the little. Okay. I might have it. I just, if you'd seen it or used it lately. Okay. Probably hiding back here somewhere. Listen, y'all. We're gonna need some more conversation because I'm getting bored. And it's not gonna be politics. But if you have a car question, please feel free to ask. I would like to answer them. Other than that, I don't know what else to really say at this point. Pretty much talked about everything I want to talk about. I guess. I'm sure there's something I haven't thought of. Where's our little bloody battery charger, yo? I didn't see it back there with my stuff, and I look where I would set it. You know, like I would likely put it here and or here and or here. Well, at this point, I don't care which one it is. Oh, there it is. It's hiding back there. Mr. Mike moved it. How dare he move it? You could say he wanted to move it, move it. Shungfo. Screws. Oh, you lost them. Oh, God. Noah's gotten his first big job and he already lost everything for it. Oh, jeez. This is why we can't have nice things, Noah. You lose them. I'll just give them shit. Mm. 11.6 volts, charge. 2 to 6 amps, charging / maintaining. Sweet. I don't know. Bet you a Demon Machine shirt, it's probably a little cheaper than $50. I'm just spitballing here. I know you're looking for ideas. Exclamation point merch. It's only been there for like 3 years. Shows you I'm a terrible salesman for it, that's for sure. Another fuse, another day. Or another day, another fuse. Eric had the best suggestion of figuring out which motor's bad. He's like, well, plug in the seat and see which way it won't move. That'll give you an idea. True. I guess if it is a seat motor. What's my schedule for the rest of the week, Jeffrey? I don't know. I mean, yesterday I didn't know I had something that came in today. Yep, blew it right in half. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep, pop that thing quick. How do you like fixing cars today, Noah? You don't like Pontiac? Oh, but they're a great American brand. How can you not like them?
Absolute best.
The absolute best at going out of business or getting shut down.
I can see why.
You can see why. Because it's easy to work on. Hmm. Aw, we lost one of our kids. His parents pulled him off the team. I need to read 12 Rules for Life. Like, actually sit down and read it. How can we get those big jugs of fluid for your windshield wiper fluid? We just do the blue water? Yeah, we get crap loads of that. We can buy the case. I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't know why you can't get it in your country. It sounds like you live in a weird place. Weird place. What country is that you can't get them? What would be better, honestly, is if our water system was better and it was more pure water, and then we could just add additives to it. We could save a lot on shipping fluids, and that would probably save a lot on, you know, shipping things in general, to where you just send us the powder, we add it to the purified water, and bingo bango, you have yourself a thing. You know, you could do it with all sorts of stuff. You like vitamin water? Here, the vitamin pack. Pour it in your water. But then people will probably do stupid things. They'll be like, I poured too much and too little, and ugh, God, I hate liability stuff. Be happy I have running water. I am happy I have running water. I enjoy it. And if I didn't have running water, I would figure out a way to make running water. Because I am a creature of laziness. I don't like to do things that I don't have to do, you know? I don't want to have to do things. Do you not have running water, dingus? Yeah, most of this week's going to consist of work, and some more work. Did I also mention work? Water tank on the roof. Purify it, use the sun to do that. Why do you not have running water? Also, how's New Zealand handling their current spikes? I was curious about that. Are you guys all locked down and stuff there? But yeah, El Cozit. El Cozel. It's probably something in your blower motor. You have a 2004 Dodge 4 or Toyota 4Runner. My air conditioner makes a dog whistle, high-pitched sound, but only when it's on max AC. Could be something in the blower. It could be the blower motor itself going bad. It's probably when the motor's spinning at its fastest. It just makes noise. Oh snap, you guys blew past the 750 and you went straight to 754. Why, thank you. Let's see, today's Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday. Oh, I have a 2015 Audi A5 Quattro for oil change. Check over, check driver side rear tire, check cooling level message on startup in the morning. Notice a hesitation on startup. That sounds like it's going to be fun because it's going to be nitpicky. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday we got timing chain to do. Timing chain tensioner at least, maybe. And then Friday, nothing yet. Okay, it's just Auckland. Interesting. I mean, I like Scott Brown Carpentry, and I know he lives in Auckland, and I know that they've been quarantined for some time, so I'm wondering when I'm going to start getting new videos from him. Granted, he's trying his best. He's making all sorts of videos that he can do in his house, but there's only so much you can do. I do want to make a solar powered water heater though. That's something I would like to do. Obviously it won't be the primary water heater, but you know, would be kind of nice to be able to build something like that. I can put it on my roof on the, I guess, the back side. Well, hello, little guy. You got lizards galore in here. You want to watch me chase a lizard for a minute? Because that's what I'm about to do. Because he needs to be not in here. What's up, little dude? Rah! Come on. Nope, 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 nope. Not under me. Not under my foot either. Okay, just run up. Damn it, now he's gone because he went into the pile. He was totally on my foot. Trying not to squish him. Just trying to get him out. But he went into the pile of crap there. He's going to be much faster when he can get traction. on the ground he can't really get traction. He just kind of slips around. But I don't want to grab him by his tail because then he's just going to pull his tail off, and that makes me sad because they don't grow back. No, it's fine. I'm taking the supervisory position.
Okay.
I've upgraded my status at the shop.
Alright.
You drop that.
I would have never seen that.
Without my supervising this, you would have never noticed that you dropped that.
Yeah, it's
I
a
concur.
real-
What was that?
It's a real good thing you were here.
It was a good thing I was here.
I don't know what that bumper would have done without that clip.
Nope. It'd have fallen off.
Probably.
That one clip, I mean, the whole bumper, they would have been driving down the road and then
I mean, with the way this thing looks.
it'd have been an accident, it'd be fires, it'd be ambulances. It's terrible. It looks like you're using newer clips there, aren't you? Or are they all the original clips? Okay.
Like the original ones. Well, I mean,
You didn't get
I
any
thought
from
they
up
were
front.
riddled. They were original to me. So,
Ah.
I think that's about it.
See, the problem is, you don't even know what Schwartz is.
Yeah, I think that's the name.
Maybe.
I think that's his name. I think it's Chris Schwartz.
Well, I mean, if you've seen Spaceballs, then you would know that the Schwartz is the other word for the Force, which you've never seen Star Wars, so. Oh, God. You hurt my soul so much. What TV do you watch?
Not too much, honestly.
Oh, so you're just not a media consumer.
Yeah. For the most part.
You just spend most of your time playing with your motorcycles and your cars.
Yeah, or hanging out with friends, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. Friends, people
Used to
in
play
real
video
life.
Games, but I don't know. I got kind of bored of them, so.
What'd you play when you played video games?
Call of Duty, Borderlands, anything really.
Taking off the whole shaft.
The
Is that how it
Witcher.
comes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hold that down. I got it. Do what?
Probably say the most recent game that I played, like
Was what?
The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher? Nice. Have you watched The Witcher television show? Okay. It is very good.
Yeah, I played the game and then I saw the show coming out and I was like, oh fuck yeah, I gotta watch
Yeah.
this. Because I put like fucking 150 hours into it, so I was like, damn, I really want to watch it now. I was like, oh,
They do a good job at keeping it true to the game
for the most
/
part.
books.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it didn't follow exactly, but
Yeah, I mean, they got to
it had like a general.
take creative liberties to deal with what it is to deal with human life.
Yeah, but I mean, the general storyline was pretty much there. Yay.
Yay! Have you started it yet? Okay.
I was gonna say to run it and see if there's air in it.
Hello, Azrael. Yes. This is Noah. He's our new hire. He's been working here for like a month and a couple weeks now. And he's a young lad that worked at CarMax for like 6 months and went to school for automotive like I did, and now he's here. So he'll eventually get to the point where he'll get a mohawk and go to the gym and, you know, live life to the fullest. Until then, he'll continue to wear a hat and have long hair.
Yeah, I like the whole hair. I had short hair all my life until pretty recently, so.
Yeah, I did. By the time, when I was like 17, 18, it was when I was able to. My parents always kept my hair cut short when I was a kid because I played sports all the damn time. And so, usually it was my brother that would cut my hair and he'd go zzz, zzz, zzz. Yep. And so, yeah, I got like in the 20s when I grew my hair out down to here, and then I cut it, and then I grew it out of here, and then I cut it, and I grew it out of here, and I cut it.
That's about what happens. I'll get mine probably about like right in here and cut it.
Like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, once it like starts getting in my eyes, I get kind of tired of it. So.
Yes, chat really wants you to know that adults wear hats with curved bills.
Do they?
Apparently.
I don't know. This hat's got a lot more work in it than a lot of their hats do.
Ooh,
So,
that hat's got more work in it than a lot of y'all's do, so take that, chat.
on bikes and cars.
Oh, is there a question I missed? There was. Do you know what might be the cause for a 2004 Honda Accord 2.4 liter to jerk after about a half an hour of driving when coming to a stop in stop or low 1 to 2 gears? I assume you're talking about an automatic and not a manual. Uh-oh, is YouTube coming for the mechanic soon? If it is to jerk about an hour of driving when coming to a stop or low 1 to 2 gears, meaning like you're driving down the road, like say you've been traveling on, you're on a trip and you get off the interstate and then you're slowing down, and as you're slowing down it kind of goes poof, and then it feels like it's downshifting poorly. Like when you're getting down to first and second gear, it's slamming into those gears. Might be time to change your fluid. I would check your transmission fluid, see what it looks like, and make sure it doesn't look gross. Yeah. That kind of more out of my wheelhouse where it comes to the transmission side of things. I'm not very good with that, which is I should learn that more one day. And maybe today should be that day. But why would do it shifting down versus shifting up? I wonder if it has something to do with, I think, line pressure or things of that nature. I would probably Google that one pretty hard. Let's see. Let's go look on Identifix, because that's a database of gentlemen that have car problems that need answers. You said it was 2004. Honda. Let me double check it. 2004 Honda Accord 2.4. I know that generation Hondas had an issue with their transmissions. No, I have not done the fluid exchange on the Sienna yet. Accord 2.4. It's been driving fine. I just actually reset the shift points on it the other day. Which I should have done the first time, but what the hell you mean the service unavailable? Unavailable. Let's see what comes up for shifting. A lot of shift lock solenoids. Jerking. But I've been looking at the, hey Jaden, I've been looking at the fluid, keeping an eye on the fluid, and it's staying nice and clean. Thus far. Nothing, at least on Identifix, nothing is a pattern failure that I can tell. Oh, I agree. Alpha and Golf. Here's a question you might know. Can a 91 Ford Explorer with a 4-liter survive without a catalytic converter? Yeah. Catalytic converters are there just for emissions. They're just for cleaning up the exhaust. You don't have to have them, like, for the car to run. Now, in a 91 too, especially, it's gonna care even less about that. You might have to do some modifications to maybe to the ECM or something to make it keep the check engine light off and not constantly, even that, it's not even OBD2. Like, I don't even know if it'd get pissed off. It might, but not 100% sure. $300 for a replacement isn't that bad, but I understand that. You would totally want to, I mean, I'm not recommending you cut it out of there, but if you either took it out and like the guts fell out of it and then you put it back on, it should run just fine. I'm not even my favorite content creator on YouTube. My favorite automotive content creator, South Main Auto, hands down. He's probably the greatest the greatest mechanic on the interwebs that I have run across thus far. And maybe also when you're coming off the interstate, I assume it's when he's slowing down. I don't even know if he's on the throttle, though, Sovereign Vids. Because it sounds like he's not even on the throttle. He's just slowing down, and it's auto downshifting as it's, you know, going lower and lower. Because it would technically be illegal for me to, or it would come with a heavy fine if I was to remove catalytic material from inside of the catalytic converter. You know how you can find out what it is, Alpha and Golf? When you're getting off the interstate and this problem should happen, kick it into neutral and slow the rest of the way down to neutral. If it doesn't happen, then it's something in your transmission. Or maybe something in your transmission. Because like I've done that before on, like I got a long downhill slope and I know I'm going to stop at the bottom. I'll just bump it into neutral and just coast. Hell, my dad had it to where he could, on a frontage road, it was a big downhill and an uphill, and he would get to a certain spot up there that he knows that it was likely a red light, so he'd kick it into neutral and just coast from there, and it would just come to a stop. And the car would stop, and he would touch the brakes and be like, "We're done." Don't use the brakes, don't use the transmission, just coast. I'd be concerned about the transmission, yeah. Well, you might get to learn how to rebuild a transmission if you just got it for a screwing around car. It shouldn't, because most of what's going on in your ECU where it comes to the catalytic converter is it's looking at the first sensor, the bank 1 sensor 1 or whatever bank it's looking at. It's looking at the first sensor, and the first sensor is what's controlling the fuel trim. So it's like too rich, too lean, too rich, too lean, too rich, too lean. It'll do that, and it'll just keep it in that line. And the second sensor is the one that looks for the first one, to smooth out some more or something to that effect. I'm still a little hazy on the second part. But basically, it looks for a lack of hydrocarbons and stuff like that because it doesn't want exhaust stuff. It wants to be clean. And so it's looking for other things, and I got to remember. Like, it falls under that information that I have learned once and then forgotten. And then I've learned it again and then forgotten because I don't have to mess with them that often. Where it comes to, like, is bank 1 and sensor 1 and sensor 2 a problem? Because honestly, a lot of the Volkswagens don't have big O2 issues. They just don't. like if I were to tell you, well, have you checked the vacuum pump on that? I'd be like, well, does it even have one? Because on a lot of the Volkswagens, they have a brake booster vacuum pump, and a lot of cars don't have that. So, and you might have a problem and not even know where to look. But that's why everything's just a little bit different and a little bit irritating. Let's just do this. I wonder if, I wonder if I were to be making my own car, like if I was building a rat rod, would I be allowed as a mechanic, if I did it here in the shop, to not install an exhaust? Well, in South Carolina, I'm sure it's probably not a problem. But if I was customizing my own personal vehicle and I chucked the cat, would I get in trouble for that? Or would the shop get in trouble for that? Or neither? Nice 6'3". I don't even remember what my title is. Is it, have you ever seen a live stream mechanic? Is that what it is? Yes. It's only legal if you get caught. Yeah, well, I sort of broadcast everything I do on the internet, so. Something video evidence, right? What? Did you check on the manual to see if there's any bleeding procedures for that engine? You can probably just, what is it, a 3.5? You can probably just ask Eric if there's any, on a Chevy 3.5, if there's any spots to bleed air out of before you start it up. But yes, if you guys haven't already, go check out my YouTube and feel free to hit buttons there that make YouTubers happy. And then of course we do stream on both places, Monday through Friday, car stuff and pretty much anything else I want to do, but politics is saved exclusively for Sundays. And as far as I'm aware, Sunday should be available this week. I swear, my hair has grown back faster this winter than it did during the summer. Isn't that? I thought it was the other way around. I thought your hair grew faster in the summer than the winter. But I feel like I already need a haircut. I know it's only been like a week and a half. Either that or I'm getting sensitive to the amount of hair I have because I try to keep it bald most of the time. Well, seeing as how I'm in the frame, pretty sure it would fly. Did I watch Customer States what? And what do I think of him getting shut down? I don't know what you're talking about. What is this that we're speaking of? It sounds interesting. Sounds like automotive drama. Oh, for love of Pete. Ahoy. Link it. Link, well, is his YouTube still up or did it get removed? He vacuum filled it too. Yeah, you have a problem there.
Every time I've seen one, it's been over here high, above the hose.
Wait, I'm confused. So what happened to this guy? He was putting up Audi videos and he got in trouble and they deleted all of them? Or he deleted them? He got in trouble or? Sounds fantastic. No wonder everybody thinks those Volkswagens sound like diesels. That thing's really not clicky or tappy or clicky or tappy.
Yeah, the only thing we're actually getting fixed and out here today are 3 American cars.
I fixed a couple Volkswagens.
Do they really stay fixed?
Do they really stay fixed? No. No, they don't. They really don't. Oh, goodness. Well, at least the good part is, with as slow as it's been today, it shouldn't be, The man found me and said there would no longer be any vids with the 4 rings in them. Honda, Toyota, pretty much the most reliable cars. The short answer to reliable cars is most cars are pretty reliable if you keep up with your maintenance. If you do not keep up with your maintenance, then they become less reliable. However, Hondas and Toyotas are very good at being neglected, like your redheaded stepchild that you didn't want to adopt. I don't know. Like the cat you found your wife, it's like the cat your wife found in the corner and you didn't want it, but now it lives with you. The odds are that your car clears its checks when it's 17 years old and has driven 440,000 kilometers, which is like 200-something thousand miles. It's probably pretty good. Depends on what it is, honestly. I have touched a Tesla, but it was for tires. It wasn't for anything electrical or actually running. It was just they needed some tires. So we put tires on them, and then I got to drive it, and it was very fast. Toyota Corolla sports van? Oh, it'll probably be fine. I mean, you might need to touch up a thing here or two there. On my van, I have a check engine light on, which has all my lights pissed off because it's got a... I need to look up that part and see if it's something I left unplugged. But I think it's not even in the area. Nice! Mr. Bob Sakamano. That's awesome. Nice, no check engine light is a plus. It's 4:30. We'll have lazier time this week too. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We'll pull it in and double check everything again. Although it's been driving really well. I've been pretty pleased with the Sienna. So it might be time to take it on a little longer test drives or excursions. I thought I recognized the name. I never really watched Seinfeld, but I've heard about it plenty of times. Is it one of his friends that he had to make up or something like that? What's your friend's name? Bob. Bob what? Sakamano? Okay, so it was an actual person. Do you think my name is funny? Do you like it when I say Dickus? Where do I want to go when I die? Home? Oh, yeah, I got it. You can just put it on top there. I'll put it away. Yep, it's got its own little case. I would simply state a place that feels like home. How's that? A place where you want to be. Because I don't know, heaven sounds kind of boring. Hell sounds just annoying. I'm pretty sure by the time I get that old, that is you know, an obvious inevitability. Besides right now, where it's, you know, still a distant, hopefully a distant thing. I might care a little, or have a different opinion, but I don't know. Sounds like it's coming from the transmission. Well, you can shut it off and we can pick it up and bang on the exhaust and find out. Oh, whatever it was. Either that or you dropped something or something fell off and it's lodged in there somewhere. It could be a heat shield. It sounded tinky like a heat shield. Depends on how much weight you're gonna put in there. Is this like the kind of amount of weight you would put on this little cargo trailer that would be the kind of weight that you could put it in the car if it would fit? You know? Something rattle. Whoa! That's a peach.
It's had an oil leak.
All the flex joints are destroyed. It sounded more. It's something up closer. Something. Here. Everybody in chat's like, show us! We want to see. Fine. That's what rubber hammers are for. Oh, I can't go too far because I got a battery charger hooked up.
Not leaking any more coolant. So. Sounds like there's something stuck up in there.
Let me see that, Reg.
Something swinging up in there.
It's a ring.
Yeah.
That's where the old flex joint was.
Yeah.
You can cut that off and make life sound less noisy. I will do the honors if you don't mind. It's it's what the flex joint welds to, like the flex mesh.
I mean, yeah.
And so it's just a little
You can see how
circular
big that
ring.
is, so.
Now let's try that again.
Pretty decent other than that one.
Yep, now give it a start. I think you'll be good. That's why it sounded like it was coming from the transmission, because it was under there. It was this little ring that sits around the exhaust, the flex joint, like it's attached to it. Yeah, what kind of car? And do you have a CVT? That would be the other. I would say that would be the big sticking point. Is less rattly. I don't know if those 1.8s have a CVT. What is our battery charge at? 12 volts, 37%. Slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. It was SC versus SC supercharged. Oh, cool. Well, no CVT then. I guess the question would be what you feel comfortable with. If it feels like it's really hard on the car, maybe don't. You know, like if you're having to really rev it and it's going high revs and it feels like it's, you know, slipping the transmission to make it go, and then maybe not. But if it seems to drive pretty normally because it's not a ton of weight, then I wouldn't do it a lot. I wouldn't try and drive very far distances, or, you know, go to like Montana from South Carolina pulling a trailer. True. What do we find about the Honda? Oh, it left last week. We got it to idle normally once I blocked off the PCV system. I plugged the intake. I used the cap on the intake, and then I do not watch Scotty Kilmer. And what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the Honda. So I blocked off the intake and put a cap over it. It idles fine. It wouldn't hunt. It wouldn't hunt up and down. And the really, really intermittent kind of like falling on its face, I couldn't get it to do it consistently enough to like test. And I told them that, you know, we could do some more looking and testing on it and see what we can get done. Once Missy sits in it? Once Missy sits in it? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm just going to show them how to plug and unplug that seat in that GMC Envoy. I got the heat to work. Although it does have to be like the engine has to be off idle. If it sits there and idles, the heat won't be any good. But if you're off idle, it's good. So if you're cruising down the road, it's fine. I flushed the heater core again this morning. Got more crap out of the bottom of it. I don't even know if we still have the bottle. Yeah, we do. Like, look down at this. This was clean when I started it because I washed it out several times, and this is after several flushes. That crap was still coming out of it. So I was like, I don't know, I could flush it all day and still never get it all. Because I dumped this bottle like 6 times, and this was I was like, the last time I'm done. Like, I've been doing this for half an hour, 45 minutes, just flushing back and forth. It could be a weak water pump, but it wasn't overheating, so I don't know how exactly you'd have a weak water pump unless the impeller was slipping, and if the impeller was slipping on that, it would be broke. So I presume somebody put something in there that had some stop leak or something in it that it wasn't supposed to, and it's either eating away at the block, or the block's coming up, like losing parts of its chunks, or losing itself in chunks, or the block's getting old, or it's got stop leak, or I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not a clairvoyant. No, the fan wasn't coming on randomly or anything. Time for a test drive. Wee. Wee. Much smaller spark this time when I plug in the battery. Or much less of a spark. Not a bad idea. For all my magnets. Here's one. Is it ferrous metal? Yep, it's ferrous. It's like iron or something. It's probably iron. It'll stick to the magnet and I can drag it around inside the container. So I presume it's probably the block coming apart. Why, hello, and thank you. How you doing, dork girl? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm fine. We've changed up how we're doing the stream. No politics during the week, only during the weekend. And I'm dual streaming on YouTube. Hey, working and living ain't no reason. Don't apologize for that. Work and live. Gotta work to live. Just don't want to live to work. It's okay to work to live. Gotta do stuff. It's the nature of the existence. back on there. Not quite sure why it needs extra plastic on top of plastic, but it does. You must support your local witcher. Yes. Yep. Did a 5.4 truck engine pull today. What a tight fit. Going back in is going to suck. That's the opinion I had when I was doing that Charger. I think it was a 5.4. It was real tight. And it was annoying. Like, I got it back in, but it was not fun. Was it a 5.7? Okay, maybe it was 5.7. This was killing the battery. And speaking of which, if they're going to want to take it, I should make sure the door's shut correctly by unlatching them and actually shutting them, and not driving down the road and finding out the doors are not shut properly. That would be a sad day. There's one. But yeah, the battery, the driver's seat, either the motors or the module or something in there is killing the battery. So now that I have it unplugged, does the motor, I mean, obviously this is, yeah, it's not going to work now. It should be about the right size for Missy. A little tight, a little cramped for me. Oh my God, it sounds like somebody's tapping on the back glass. What is that? I guess see if it's comfortable to sit in. What is that? No, apparently David said she's about your size. Does it feel pretty comfortable?
So this is what's draining it?
The seat mod, like something in the seat is, I just unplugged the whole seat and the drain went away.
Okay, so it's already good.
Yeah.
Do I need to drive it back up then?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I can drive it. I haven't moved the seat since I got it. I just got in it, drove it here, and unplugged it. So theoretically, it should be set to whoever drives it.
Oh, okay. Well, he said we can take it back up, so if you're done with it.
Okay. Cool.
We'll get the car.
It wasn't the wiper motor, it was coming from the back corner. All right, well, we're gonna run this back up to where we got it from, which is, you saw us go. It was the last time, it was just up the street. So I'm gonna run that up there real quick and drop it off, show them how to unplug and plug it real fast. I guess I'll go ahead and turn off the stream because, you know, I'm just gonna come back and close down the shop. Nothing else to fix today. So thank you all very much for joining me. I'm going to run for now, and I'll see you guys in the morning. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and we can have all sorts of more enjoyments tomorrow. See y'all later.